Well, welcome everyone. When I first started, well, first of all, I want to let you know that I've known Mareya for a long time. So she has been a produce fan and a produce advocate in everything that she does. I'm not going to go into presentation mode. I'm going to leave her intro for, but make a long story short, she finally came out with her first book, and I said, gotta have you here. She's actually come to some of our events throughout the last 4 or 5 years. So she's very familiar with the product, so I love having these people in. And so I'm going to introduce to you entrepreneur, author. She wears a lot of hats. You'll understand that today. She's got many things going on. Chef Mareya, her first book, Eat Like You Give a Fork. She ring to it. She's going to go ahead and start off with today's menu. So Mareya, she's going to take it from here and introduce the menu and some of the things that we've got going on. Mareya.
Yes, all right. Thank you, guys. Wow. Welcome. I am so thrilled to be here. This is truly a dream come true, and I have to just really thank our partners, beginning with Melissa's Produce. As Robert mentioned, I am a huge advocate of eating fresh. And look at this beautiful array of color in front of you. That's what fresh produce gives us. And Melissa's Produce is absolutely the best provider of the hugest range of everything from produce to other foods that you see here in front of you, like the lentils and spices that we use. So I'm just so very grateful for Robert and for Nick, who I've worked with for a long time. We've done a lot of media in here. We've shot segments, I've shot videos. And I want to also thank Libby with Vermont Smoke and Cure, who is one of our partners, Christopher Saunders with Kangshin Cutlery, and Nicole Sirote with Garden of Life. Where's Nicole? Libby. And Libby's right. Yes, they're all standing right there. So I really encourage you, because you all are getting goodie bags. And in the goodie bags, you have samples of their products. And I really encourage you to take some time and chat with them today, because they are here. Some of them have flown in from around the country to be here today and have some great insights on their products. And really, the products that we have that are partnering with us today are hand-picked. I'm not one of those people who will just kind of go along with any product that you find in a natural food store. It still has to meet a certain standard for us. So with that, I want to talk to you a little bit about the menu, and we'll go into the book a little bit more in detail, but Eat Like You Give a Fork is really about feeding your body to the core. It's about being intentional, and a lot of the dishes that you see here in front of you harken back to my upbringing. I'm Egyptian, and I'm very proud. Sally's here today. I'm very proud of my upbringing. It is the roots that gave me not only my passion for food, but my understanding of it, from walking through the markets with my grandfather to being in the kitchen with my mom and my aunts and my grandmother, to learning how to make the perfect baba ganoush from my grandfather. I give him that. So today we have look at this. What a feat. Are you guys excited to eat? Like, she does. First, you're starting off with a fresh coconut, which I cracked mine over there. I highly recommend you do a boomerang when you do that, because when you crack it, it's like really cool. From Melissa's Produce, we have a sampling of the Vermont Smoke Naturals, these little sticks for you. They're uncured, which is very important to me. And you've got jalapeno and you've got the maple teriyaki. Which one you're going to get is a little bit like Russian roulette. So, are you adventurous? It's kind of like the shishitos. You never know when you're going to get a hot one. So, you're going to get to try those here, and they're also in your bag. And you're going to get to try some of the Bunker Hill cheeses, which are a yogurt probiotic cheese that are really delicious, and they are one of our partners as well. Off to the chimichurri shrimp and shishito pepper skewers with the blistered tomatoes. Chimichurri is like a love language for me. I don't know about y'all, but I could put that ish on everything. So we have some extra chimichurri. I won't be offended if you decide to put it on anything else here. Knock yourself out with that. I'm going to be showing you how to make this dish when we get to the live presentation. We also have our Rockin' Raw Slaw. I believe in eating a raw meal every single day. And if you're looking at me saying, well, how do I do that, Mareya? Just don't cook it. It can be a simple salad, or it can be one of the salads from my book, or a fresh juice. Getting those enzymes and actually chewing your food is an amazing thing to do for your metabolism and for your palate. And I'll talk a little bit more about why resetting your taste buds is actually the first strategy in the book. We also have the Heirloom tomato, cucumber, feta, and dill salad. Feta, gotta have feta. We're the Middle Eastern girl. But this is just such a lovely thing to have all summer long. Now the tomatoes are in season, and Melissa's has the absolute best tasting tomatoes. I love this salad. Could have it all the time. The thing that makes this a little fancy and a little fun is the pumpkin seed vinaigrette, the pumpkin oil. And if you can't find pumpkin oil, certainly you can substitute avocado oil or your favorite extra virgin. But I love the pumpkin just because it kind of just gives it that little something something. Moving along, we've got the curry cashew chicken cups. And the combination of the curry with just that little punch, gotta get to the peppers too, of that crunch of the cashews with the chicken and that really exotic flavor of the curry is so beautiful, and something you'll really enjoy in that little lettuce cup. Because again, we're trying to use produce as much as we can. We also have the Med-Mex stuffed peppers. What is Med-Mex? It's the fusion of my Mediterranean upbringing with Mexican flavors. And the truth is there are a lot of overlaps. You find cumin in everything, you find paprika in everything, you find onions, garlic, it's all there. But this is sort of my signature style where I fuse the two together, and that's called Med-Mex. Are you ready for dessert? Who wants dessert? Who's going to start from this side and go that way? I'm just curious. Okay, let's get real. All right, and you're allowed to do that if you want. These are a no-bake oatmeal cookie. You don't have to turn your oven on this summer. Can I get an amen on that one? Yes. So you've got, and there are peanuts here. So please, if you do have allergies, avoid this area. If you don't, take two. But you've got dark chocolate, you've got peanut butter, you've got oats, and you have an actually nutritious cookie. So you can have this for breakfast. I'm giving you license to have dessert for breakfast. And then my very favorite and probably signature dessert is the dark chocolate avocado mousse with a raspberry coulis. We've got some of the Melissa's Produce Clean snacks on top crumbled. These are the coconut snacks. In the book, you'll see we add a coconut whip. This is luxurious and beautiful. It's something that you can feel really proud to serve when you have guests over, but it takes like 5 minutes to make. It's the best thing to just have in your repertoire that you can do over and over again. Hey, in a champagne flute, you could serve that to the president. You know what I'm saying? It's just very pretty and elegant. So that's the spread that we have in front of us today. I'm going to show you how to make the chimichurri skewers and the decadent chocolate dessert. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, I'm here.
Okay. So
I am cooking today on one of my favorite tools. This is called the Smokeless Power Grill. And ladies in particular, I want you to never be afraid of grilling. Grilling is just another form of cooking. I feel like oftentimes people are, oh, my husband does the grilling and I do the cooking. Well, why? It's just another form of cooking. And the beautiful thing is this time of year, this is the perfect thing to be able to have very easy cleanup. You've got great flavor. There is nothing like the smell of the grill. And I'm just going to thread these onto my skewer. And I have soaked these skewers for half an hour so we don't torch the place. Has anybody ever done that? Like you put a cedar plank and you haven't soaked it for enough time. You're like, why is there a bonfire in my backyard? So you can do this indoors very easily. And I'm just going to thread these and start putting them on the grill. Oh, that nice sizzle. Isn't that lovely? So shrimp cooks very quickly. It's going to cook like literally, I'm going to just make 2 skewers. I'm going to wash my hands. That's going to take about 2 minutes on each side. So super fast. Yeah. The shishitos with the tomatoes are really lovely. And I love that blistered effect that you get. Now, this is not complicated cooking, guys. That's why I told you I'm not teaching you how to cook. I'm just really teaching you how to eat. But I will share that having those delicious natural ingredients at your fingertips are what make your food. Cook with the seasons. really take time in picking the right ingredients. If you're eating animal proteins, do yourself a favor and do the good stuff. You know, the humanely raised, the sustainably caught. Because those foods are eating other foods. So if they're not eating what they're supposed to, guess what happens? You then suffer from inflammation. And when you think you're doing something really good by eating like salmon, but you're doing the farm raised and it's full of omega-6s instead of the omega-3s, you're then doing yourself a disservice. So I'd rather you eat a little bit, oh, I put that on really wonky. I'd rather you eat less of it, but just get the good stuff. And, you know, there's very few things that we need in life. One of them is food. So invest in that. You know, in the United States, we spend a lot less on food than they do in other countries. A lot. I'm not saying that you should spend a certain amount or certainly like put yourself in debt. But if it's that or like a latte at Starbucks, I'm just saying, like, one is going to serve you a lot more than the other. Okay. Let's still need a little bit more. So I've got my gorgeous color, and I'm going to whip together the chimichurri while we do this. Get that going. Let me ask you guys a question. Who's feeling lucky today?
Only half the group feels lucky today?
What? Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Who's feeling lucky today?
There we go. There we go.
How about...
What?
Can you hand me that?
Yeah.
Who would like to win this beautiful knife from Cashew Cutlery? Huh? Who? Really? That's it? I should see every hand in here.
I only see 80%. I guess everybody has chef knives.
Well, guess what? I'm feeling pretty generous. How about you all get one? Everybody gets one. Can I get a fork? Yeah. Fork, yeah.
This is our friend who supplied all these today.
Roberts. But I don't know if we've been generous enough. What do you think?
It came through. Tell him.
What's that?
Tell him it came through.
Oh, yeah. So Robert and I had been like hoping to really like shower you guys. Like I wanted to have an Oprah moment right now. And let's get this on camera because I think you guys are going to freak out right now. So,
I think so.
Robert,
Let's do it.
who would like a grill?
All right.
Who are we going to give it to?
We're good.
Robert, come here for a second.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
What? Is that impossible? Is that possible?
I don't think it's possible.
Okay, then tell me.
Everybody gets a grill! You get a grill! You get a knife! You get a book! You get a bag! Is that what you all get meals deserve? It's Christmas today! Hanukkah, whatever!
We're only 6 months away.
And we have Melissa's gift bag.
We have 3 winners, and the winners are...
No, I heard that.
The winners are Chelsea. Come on up. Our newbie